today I got Death Row Records, which is my company. I named my vision, and we did some things together. But I always own my masters and my catalog and all that. And one day they wanted to buy it. I turned them down. They said, "Well, let them buy half of it." I turned them down. And then Jimmy says, "Well, do you want half of a big cake, or do you want a whole cookie?" I said, "I'm gonna take the whole cookie, because if that cookie crumbles, I can eat piece by piece, add a little water to it, and make more cookies, right?" I said, "Half a cake, it's your half, and you smell like shit." And at the end of the day, these guys are the industry put everybody against each other, and I'm about the community. I'm about the culture of hip hop, because the more you learn, the more you know, the more you can protect yourself and protect others. But they have people supporting, pushing negativity all the time. Now, I'm not perfect, but they have people push negativity all the time and think it's going to be okay. And it never be okay. We losing, like, you take Benny Medina. Benny Medina was J-Lo manager, Buffy's partner, and the rest of them. And so many people, what Benny Medina used to do is make sure anybody he deals with is safe. That part was smart, but they had to cross that line to be able to deal with Benny Medina. I mean, it's a guy named Big Boy who I used to be able to, I thought I probably would push him out the way before he won't get shot. Because he always been a good guy, and I never let out his secrets. Allegedly, everybody knew that Benny Medina used to send Big Boy gifts and send other people gifts in return for favors, bedtime favors, you know. And when you look at it, you start wondering, what are we really standing for? Because on one hand, you have people who really help people. I know in my career, the people I helped, I changed their life for the better. I know some guys whose friends come in and talk bad about the people of the culture of hip hop, and every person they deal with make their life worse. I remember getting Game out of a contract with Interscope because he was signed to one of my friends named K-Dog, who they forged his name and stole the money. Another person taken to Koch and destroyed his career. I remember knowing Ray J as a young man, basically a kid, and did a lot of things to help him. Another person to grab Ray J, and Ray J go from being a civilized person to spending nights and nights and months at Puppy's house and turn out to be a whole different person. Same thing with a lot of these guys. I think it's really important that we watch who we deal with. If somebody's going to make your life and your career better, no matter what people say about them, that's the right person to deal with. It's just the truth.
A shocked and devastated Diddy spotted at the home where his ex suddenly and mysteriously died. Her good friend Kimora Lee Simmons appearing inconsolable at the house, 47-year-old Porter's body found after a desperate call to 911.
EMS 14, respond with engine 76 on scene of the cardiac arrest.
Tonight, Kim's untimely death raising questions and sending shockwaves through Hollywood. She was the fashion model, actress, and world-famous mother to Diddy's kids.
Extra, extra.
With the hip-hop superstar and their children as he received his star on the Walk of Fame.
We're gonna make sure we have this moment right here.
She was last seen looking happy and healthy with her ex and their children at this event just 16 days before her death. TMZ reporting she had been suffering from flu-like symptoms and possibly pneumonia, but an official cause has yet to be released. People reporting she and her longtime love, Sean Combs, remained close friends and co-parents. A source saying they were still a family. Kim posting this photo just weeks ago. Only Extra was with the couple at their New York baby shower for twins Delilah and Jesse.
So do we have 2 future ballerinas possibly?
Yes, of course.
The happy parents-to-be kissing for our camera, Diddy telling AJ,
I just take everything in as a blessing, you know. I got 3 sons, and to have these young ladies on the way is incredible.
with us at the 2005 Oscars where he accidentally stepped on her gown.
Hey, watch that dress.
Sorry. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I've just been giving kisses.
A magnet for the camera every time she hit any Beverly Hills hotspot. Today, her close friends posting their last respects. Kevin Hart saying, "You were a beautiful person, inside and out." Nicki Minaj, the most heartbreaking news. Drake posting, "Sending peace and prayers to my brothers and to the big homie, Puff." One of Kim's final Instagram posts, this message, "I trust in divine timing. The universe has my back." Tonight, the entertainment world mourning her passing at only 47.
So I interviewed big homie CC, and he said he had ended up with pneumonia 3 times. He did security for a club for Diddy. And Kim Porter dying of pneumonia, her ex dying of pneumonia. Big homie pointed out that he thinks it's being weaponized, possibly by Diddy. Do you think there's any credence to that?
Well, I'm not going to add something to get Puff in any more trouble than he already in. But
Yeah.
I would say this. If you look at the history of the entertainment business, it started from the 60s all the way to now. It's not a coincidence how people die suddenly, or people end up in prison, or people getting sick. Nobody died from AIDS faster than he did. Eric, say he got a cold one day, go to the hospital one day, the next thing you know, in 2 days, he's dead. So that says a lot.
Yep.
But at the same time, when you look at all of it, it's a pattern. And my opinion, well, the fact is, Puffy's been real familiar with law enforcement for years. And Puffy's been real good to a lot of people, and people might feel he's been negative to a lot of people. But it's a big ass world with a small ass circle of good people.
I hope you're enjoying the podcast. As a word from my sponsor, NordVPN. As many of you know, I am inundated with links from hackers and cyber bandits trying to steal my channel. I've lost it twice, actually. But now with NordVPN, with just one click, I am safe. There are so many attacks out there that Nord protects you from, half of which I've never even heard of before. You got the man in the middle attack. You're at a cafe. You think you're using the free Wi-Fi. Boom! They steal your sensitive data. You've got phishing. You've got password attacks. You've got DDoS. Yes, I got one of them. They tried to shut down my live stream. We've got malware. We've got malvertising. We've got ransomware. And also, if you want to watch something overseas, my documentary of Sammy the Bull is coming out in January. In America, guess where my VPN will be set at? There's nothing worse than a VPN that slows you down, but NordVPN is the fastest VPN out there. You can get an exclusive NordVPN deal plus 4 months extra here at my link /nordvpn.com/Atwood, ATT Wood. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Link is in the description box if you watch it on YouTube. Again, it's /nordvpn.com/Atwood, ATT Wood. Cheers.
And when you look at it, when it's all said and done, look at the track record. I mean, people know the situation with Pac. Tupac probably is one of the greatest persons I ever met in my whole life. Really dig in. And they slandered Pac name through the mud. Before he got killed, and they try to do it today after he got killed. You got people who never met that man speaking on that man. Never knew that man. But when you look at it, what are all the things that Puffy has done? Everybody knows it. You can look at it. You can look at the things they've done for certain people. I don't believe in talking bad about the dead because it's really important that we always honor these people. I think certain ways that Puffy, whatever his name is, all those type of guys played a role of initially getting assassinated. Because you took a young man who was a great artist, who was doing well for his community. Next thing you know, these guys trying to pull him away from his community, putting words in his mouth, making more people jealous of it. Jealousy is the biggest weapon in the world. Because after jealousy, more likely it's come death or become prison. And we're going through this. There used to be a time, now I say this more than once, there used to be a time, because I used to go and speak at a lot of places, in schools, and talk to the kids, and say, hey man, I want to be a drug dealer. You gotta live, man. Pick something else. A drug dealer ain't gonna end up well. Either you're gonna get life in prison, or give them 40, 50 years, or you're gonna be dead. Somebody gonna rob you, have in the back of the trunk of a car. Pick something else. You can be an athlete, you can be a rapper. Nowadays, when a young person says, I'm gonna be a rapper, you gotta look and say, oh man, pick something else. Because all the best talent of the rappers is ending up in a sad story, a sad situation. Death, prison, on drugs. We have to stand up.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
I think it's ridiculous for all these artists to be accused and have to go through as many things that they go through. At the same time, I'm not going to be here like some of these other guys who was hanging with Puffy to put Puffy down. There's so many people who's hanging with Puffy. That's like if a guy's an alcoholic. Any person if a woman he's dating, a person.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Because he drinks. So if you spend the night at Puffy's house and you at the parties, shit. And even if you're a man, either his box is going to be smelling like shit, and your box is going to be smelling like shit. Somebody's box is going to smell like shit in the front, somebody's box is going to smell like shit in the back. Ray J and Puffy did an album called 11 Brothers or Brother Lovey or whatever it was. We still waiting on it to come out.
Smoking your stove, I like that, man.
Everybody know one thing about me. I don't care any Hollywood, any on the streets, especially Hollywood rappers.
Yeah.
We get our paperwork.
Yeah.
See what all we ever been arrested for. I guarantee you, it's never been nothing for me but straight real violence.
Ain't no, you ain't snitching.
I ain't never in my life told. You know, I'm the mother. When people ask me if I know who killed Tupac, and not saying Tupac dead or alive, but I'm saying if they ask me if I know who killed Tupac, I'm the said, hey, absolutely not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
I don't get down like that. One thing people got to realize, it's born and raised out here.
Yeah.
You both respect the who live out here.
Yeah.
Because right now we got a lot of out-of-towners living out here, and they ain't said nothing about it.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll have a 90 walk down the street and said Suge Knight killed Tupac. When everybody know off the top, I ain't the killed Tupac, I'm the protected Tupac.
Yeah.
But at the same time, bitch ass Puffy can give him a star, and every rat in the world said he didn't want to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
Or had him shot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you notice, it was a rat on television saying he the one did the shooting, this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened, right?
Right.
If you think about it, right?
Right.
Why you think nobody been arrested if they said they the one killed Tupac?
Because they're snitching to the police, so they ain't
not
gonna get
just
arrested.
to snitch and be smart, son. Because Tupac not
Ain't as smart as you
dead.
should be.
Tupac not dead. He was dead. They'd be arresting those dudes for murder. You know he's somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar on the island
you doing
somewhere.
right now.
You know what I mean?
In the Francis interview, you talked about Bieber going on romantic vacations with wealthy men. Is that normal in the industry? Young people getting groomed and drugged and manipulated and sold, you know, that they're going to be made into stars if they do these things?
I mean, it's like this. I really don't like touching on the situation with Bieber, Justin Bieber, because, you know, number one, I think, as far as I can see, he's an incredible young man. He's an incredible artist still today. But I thought he didn't get treated fairly, because a grown man is not going to take a young man on a romantic honeymoon, just the two of them. And all these guys is not going to be around Justin Bieber feeding him drugs when he's underage. And if you look at all the footage with him and Puffy or anyone else, you can tell something going on romantically. And if it was my child, somebody gonna have their teeth knocked out their mouth. You know, something like that. I wouldn't even have to go to trial. I would just show up to court and say, Yana, give me my time. Because the youth, the younger generation, is the future. There's nothing better than the youth. And if you can turn around and keep misleading them or taking advantage of them, that teaches them to take advantage of someone else. We praise the wrong people. There's only one God. And allegedly you can say, or allegedly you can say it's not, however you want to say it. Everybody knew Quincy Jones' movement is Quincy Jones' movement. Michael Jackson is not here to tell it. Or a lot of other people. But at the same time, when it hit the fan with Puffy, all of a sudden, Quincy winds up big. And I've never seen, I could be wrong, I'm in prison, and it wasn't an autopsy of the cause of death. Maybe, I ain't saying someone killed him, but maybe he knew the walls was closing in, and it was time to go. Because all these guys in the industry, hands are very, very dirty. In other words, their hands smell like shit. They're having their hands and fingers over somebody's ass. And people don't want to admit it. People want to sweep it under the rug. But I think one of the most important things we have today is we want the truth. I don't think Puff should get dragged through the mud by itself. I think they should give him an opportunity. He's going to do it anyway. It's bring the truth to the facts. And the facts is, all those people who was involved with growing up as preachers, athletes, artists, you can't just crucify one man. So therefore, at the end of the day, it's going to be people that is witnesses or they're going to be a codependent. But at the same time, all the people can do all the pointing the finger. But if you hang with Puffy all the time, everywhere you go, they go. And you with them when they arrest him, and nobody get handcuffs. I ain't pointing the finger at Stevie J, but it looks really, really suspect. Because this is like if I'm with one of my friends and somebody jump on him, and he got a bloody nose from fighting, I better have a bloody nose from fighting because I'm supposed to be fighting with him. If I'm with one of my friends, I'm in the car with Tupac, you best believe I better have a bullet in my head, another fragment, another scar, and everything else to try to protect him and ride with him. It's only one way. It's either or. There's no such thing as neutral. You got cars. And everything, we can look at it right there. Even when it comes to the fact that I came with the name Death Row Records. I started Death Row Records. I made Death Row Records. I am Death Row. But at the same time, they want me so bad, I try to destroy my legacy. You'll get Snoop to say he owns Death Row. He don't own Death Row. He didn't buy Death Row. Snoop didn't represent Death Row when he was on Death Row. His birthday, he posts something. He gonna post something with, what's the dummy name? P. Yeah. He posts something with P and those guys. He didn't post something with Pac because he didn't like Pac and Pac didn't like him. When it was all said and done, it all went bad. When it was all said and done, you took somebody allegedly like Martha Stewart to bring and say, oh, I ain't with Snoop. He has something to do with Tupac getting killed. He gangster. And knock that shit off. At the same time, The Voice is one of the most racist shows in the world because you can have Snoop go on there and hand out a death row chain that I created, that I started, and say it's his. If I was a white man, The Voice would never done that. And since I'm a black man, I gotta fight. But it's not a bad thing because I came in this world fighting. My mother had some miscarriages before me. My father wanted his son. And he both miscarried. So they didn't think she can be able to get pregnant again or go through the whole term. And I made it. I had two sisters. At the same time, I had to fight for my mother's love because I was the youngest. I had to fight for anything I had to get. There's no different that. In my situation, I shouldn't even be in prison. If you go back to the first situation,
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
two brothers came to the studio, my studio, on some bullshit. No weapons, no guns. They got roughed up a little bit. We get into it. They say their driver's license is missing. So you give me a robbery for a driver's license missing? They pull the police over. The police said, I don't believe nothing they say. I can tell they lying. The DA turns around and says, you know what? Sherry Helen and the other guys want you to go to prison because you took Trey. But if you give my daughter a recording contract, we're going to back off you. So I was forced to give her 50 grand and about another $500,000 on the project. Had to leave